Now let us go to the next property, that is z plus z bar by 2 is equal to real part of z. How to prove this? Let us consider a complex number z is equal to a plus ib. Here a is your real part and b is your imaginary part. Now let's try to find z bar value, that is z bar is equal to a minus ib. Now let us try to add these two, that is z plus z bar is equal to 2a plus ib and minus ib are cancelled while adding these two equations. And you know this a is nothing but real part of z. So instead of a you can write real part of z. So z plus z bar is equal to 2 into real part of z. If this 2 goes this side, your answer will be z plus z bar by 2 is equal to real part of z. That's all. So it is very, very simple. So what do you mean what do you mean by this property? That is, if you add a complex number with its conjugate, surely you will get only real part. That is the meaning. Right. Try to prove in the same way z minus z bar by 2i is equal to imaginary part of z. These two are very important properties while doing problems. Now let's try to do some other properties, that is z power n the whole bar is equal to z bar the whole power n. What do you mean by this property? That is, if you take power n to a complex number and after that if you are taking conjugate, you will get some answer. The same thing can be done, that is, to the given complex number, first you take the conjugate, then take the same power, you will get the same answer. That is the meaning. It is very, very useful property. Let us try to prove it. Let us take the left hand side, that is z power n the whole bar. Z power n means z into z into z up to n times, and we have taken the whole bar. So we have a property, that is z1 into z2 the whole bar is equal to z1 bar into z2 bar. The same thing you have to do here. So it can be splitted like this, that is z bar into z bar into z bar, and it goes up to n times. So z bar into z bar, if you do it for 2 times, z bar the whole square. Z bar into z bar into z bar, if you do for 3 times, the result will be z bar the whole power 3. So if you do it for n times, the result will be z bar the whole power n. So it's very simple and it is proved. Now let's go to the next property, that is somewhat very important and a confusing property, that is this property. If z is real, then z will be equal to z bar. What the property says here, if a complex number has only real part, then surely that complex number will be equal to its conjugate. Here it is given if and only if, so we have to prove by considering z as real, we have to prove z is equal to z bar. The same way, by considering z is equal to z bar, we have to prove this is z. So let's try to prove it. Now let us consider z is a real number. Z is a real number, that is complex number which has only real part. And let's try to prove z is equal to z bar. Since z is purely real, z will be equal to a plus 0i. We have kept this imaginary part value as 0 to keep this as purely a real value, that is z is equal to a. If you try to take conjugate to it, then its z bar will be equal to a minus 0i. That is, both z is equal to a plus 0i and z bar is equal to a minus 0i are equal to a. So now z is equal to z bar. So we have proved, if we consider a complex number as a real, purely real numbered value, then z will be equal to z bar. In the same way, in the reverse order, let us try to consider this z is equal to z bar. Let us consider this z is equal to z bar. So if we consider z is equal to z bar, that is, if z is a plus ib, then z bar will be a minus ib. It is considered that is z is equal to z bar, that is these two are equal to one another. It is possible only if b value is 0, because a is equal to a, it is correct, but plus ib and minus ib will not be equal to one another. It is possible only if b value is 0. So if b value becomes 0 in a complex number, it indicates its imaginary part becomes 0. That means it has only real part. So we have proved by considering z is equal to z bar that z is purely real. In the same manner, we are going to discuss about one more property, that is, if z is purely imaginary, what will be the situation? We are going to discuss about this property, and the property what we are going to learn are very much useful in solving the problems. So keep this property in mind. Right, let's go to prove the next property. Here the property says, if z is purely imaginary, that means there is no real part, then z will be equal to minus z bar. Here also we have this statement if and only if. So by considering z as purely imaginary, we have to prove this, and by considering z is equal to minus z bar, we have to prove that z is purely imaginary. Right, now let us consider z is equal to minus z bar. If z is equal to a plus ib, then minus z bar will be for this minus, the minus for z bar, the conjugate of z, that is a minus ib. Right, while simplifying it, you will get the answer a plus ib equal to minus a minus into minus plus ib. Is it possible? No, because here both the imaginary parts are equal to one another, but here it is not so. Here we are having real part as a, but here we are having real part as minus a. These two cannot be equated because these two are not at all equal, but the situation says it should be equal. So the only the way is that a should be equal to 0. If a is 0, then surely this z will be equal to minus z bar. So if we consider z is equal to minus z bar, then surely a will be equal to 0. That means then z will be a purely imaginary value. Right, in reverse order, let us consider. Let us now consider z as purely imaginary. What do you mean by z as purely imaginary? Then there will be no real part, that is a should be kept as 0. Right, so let us consider a complex number like this. Z is equal to 0 plus ib. This is a complex number which has no real part. This is purely imaginary. So what will be its minus z bar? That is minus of 0 minus ib, its conjugate. So minus into minus plus plus ib. Right, now z value is also ib, minus z bar value is also equal to ib. So if you consider z as a purely imaginary one, then surely z will be equal to minus z bar. So we have proved that also. You have to keep all these formula and the properties, everything in your mind, and you have to practice it. If you do so, the next classes will be easy. Otherwise, you cannot understand and you cannot solve the problems. So I request all the students to keep everything in the mind, and I ask you to practice well. Thank you.